What's up guys, Dzeeff here. In today's Konami sponsored video, we have an early look at the upcoming Crimson King structure deck. This structure deck releases in just a few weeks, but I'm going to be opening it early for you guys in today's video. It has support for Resonators and Red Dragon Archfiend, but also just a lot of good generic stuff as well. So let's take a look at it. Okay, so here's the little playmat that they give you with some directions. You know, we're always about these little tips for combos you can brush up. You know, maybe I could brush up on these because I don't always know my combos as well as I think I do. Here we go with the actual deck. Let's take a look at what we have. First up, we have Soul Resonator, a brand new searcher for the Resonators, or for Fiends, I should say. On normal or special summon, it can search any level 4 or lower Fiend monster from your deck to your hand, and that is not restricted to Resonators, but you are restricted to summoning only Dark Synchro monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. Notably, unlike a lot of the Resonator cards in this deck, this one doesn't restrict you to only Dark Dragon Synchro monsters, so you should be able to find a number of decks that it can fit into. It also has a protection effect while in the graveyard, which is always a nice bonus. Next up, we have Vision Resonator, which can special summon itself if there is a level 5 or higher Dark monster on the board, and when it's sent to the graveyard, you get to add one spell or trap card that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend from your deck to your hand. And that is a really good pool of cards, especially with this structure deck, giving us a couple new ones. We'll take a look at those in just a few moments here. All right, let's take a look at some synchros. We have Red Dragon Archfiend, the original, of course. Really cool looking ultra rare there. We have Red Rising Dragon, one of your big combo enablers. This is your way to get to some of the higher level synchros in your deck. We also have Everyone's King. I don't know what these are called technically. They're not token cards, I don't think, but Everyone's King. We got Jack Atlas right there with a whole bunch of people. We have Red Supernova Dragon, a huge level 12 synchro with 4,000 attack. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, King Calamity, very deadly level 12 synchro. This is definitely one of the best boss monsters in this structure deck. It has a lot of applications, and it is a very powerful monster if it hits the board. Next up, we have Scarred Dragon Archfiend. This was on the structure deck cover, if you remember, and this is the new Red Dragon Archfiend sort of variant in this structure deck. Let's take a look at what it does. It is a level 8 Red Dragon Archfiend that is generically summonable, and it says this card's name becomes Red Dragon Archfiend while on the field or in the graveyard. If this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard, you can special summon one Red Dragon Archfiend from your extra deck. This is treated as a synchro summon. Then if this card was sent to the graveyard as a synchro material for a Dark Dragon Synchro monster, you can destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls. Scarred Dragon Archfiend is great because you can use it for a larger synchro summon, and then it summons the original Red Dragon Archfiend from your extra deck to go into another big synchro summon. It's a really powerful addition to the Red Dragon and Resonator archetypes, and I'm pretty excited to see it finally here in the TCG. Next up, we have Bone Archfiend, another hugely important card for Resonator players. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can send one other card from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon it, and as a level 4 Fiend monster, it is perfect for a lot of your synchro plays. Not to mention that while on the field, you can target another monster you control to send a Fiend monster from your deck to the graveyard and increase or decrease that monster on the field's level by 1. It's an incredibly flexible card and a hugely important piece for Resonator players. I'm pretty excited about this one myself. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to try. All right, moving on. What do we have? Dark Resonator, Creation Resonator. Oh yeah, we got some old Resonator reprints. Synchron Resonator, Red Resonator, you know, Dzeeff fans will probably recognize him from a few videos. Crimson Resonator, really good combo enabler. This one can special summon a bunch of Resonators from your deck. Very important card for a lot of the earlier Red Dragon Archfiend builds, especially. Vice Dragon, classic Jack Atlas card. Battle Fader, Red Sprinter, Red Warg. Wandering King Wildwind, a lot of cool ones. Phantom King High Ride. Magical King Moonstar, this is a wild one. Is this... I don't know if I've seen this one before. Magical King Moonstar. Huh. Absolute King Backjack, of course, you gotta include this one. Red Dragon Archfiend / Assault Mode. Very nice. Assault Mode's in here. Assault Beast, and oh, okay, we actually get the whole lineup. Psy Reflector, Assault Beast, and Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode. You guys know I'm a fan of these cards. Psy Reflector into Assault Modes is always pretty fun. We have the Fire Ant and presumably, yep, Dawnwalker as well. This is a really good pair of cards to play in this deck, even if you have like multiple copies of the structure deck. Just a really easy way to summon a level 8 synchro monster basically for free. We have Danger Nessie, gotta love seeing Danger monsters, and Danger Chupacabra. A lot of fun playing with these ones in the Resonators, especially Chupacabra, because it is a Fiend that's level 4, so it's pretty good for synchro summoning with. Witch of the Black Forest, not a bad pickup. And to the spell cards here, we have Absolute Power Force, a brand new card that is the name of a set, and also I believe Red Dragon Archfiend's attack in the anime. And this is a quick play spell that has a couple different abilities. Target one Red Dragon Archfiend you control. If that monster you control battles an opponent's monster this turn, applies effects until the end end of the damage step. It gains 1000 attack. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects. If it attacks a defensive monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. And finally, any battle damage your opponent takes from that battle is doubled. If you want to win the game by attacking with Red Dragon Archfiend, this is the card that you want to look at. Next up, we have a very important new spell card, Crimson Gaia. This is kind of like a Tenki for Resonators. It adds any card to your hand that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend, which a lot of Resonators do, but it can also add stuff that's not Resonators, like a lot of the spell and trap card support that Red Dragon Archfiend has gotten over the years. We have Resonator Engine, Resonator Call, the old reinforcement of the army, Resonator Command, Burning Soul, quick play spell, Pot of Extravagance reprint, very cool to see. Everyone likes Pot of Extravagance. You know, I'm a big fan of this one. Altergeist, Labyrinth, etc., etc. Extravagance is a very powerful card, and it's cool to see it get even more reprints. For the traps, we have Fiendish Golem, a new trap card that pairs with Fiendish Chain from back in the day. Target one monster on the field with 2000 or more attack, banish it until the end phase of the next turn. Then if you activate this card while you controlled Red Dragon Archfiend or a synchro monster that mentions it, you can set one Fiendish Chain directly from your deck or graveyard. Red Zone, another new trap card. When your opponent activates a card or effect while you control Red Dragon Archfiend or a synchro monster that mentions it, you can target one card on the field, destroy it. And then the second effect here, you can target one of your banished Dark Dragon synchro monsters, special summon it. Two pretty powerful effects on there. King's Synchro, older card getting a reprint. Red Rain, Time to Stand Up. It's cool just kind of seeing like the cards they've released for this monster over the years. Fiendish Chain, of course. Powerful Rebirth, Assault Mode activate to get to that Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode. Terrors of the Overroot to round out the deck. A very flexible trap card, one of my favorites in the Labyrinth deck for sure. For our final synchros, we got even more in here. We have Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend, really good for clearing the board. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, really good interruption card if you can set it up on turn one. Oftentimes you can get to this with the Rising Dragon. It's pretty easy too. And we have Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane, huge synchro monster there. And finally, Red Nova Dragon, the big Red Nova Dragon. Okay. That is it for today's video. Thank you to Konami for sending me the structure deck early. There was a lot of cards in here that I'm personally a big fan of, so it was pretty cool to open. I'll see you guys later though. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.